Most people picture the Maldives as floating villas and infinity pools. But beyond those postcard resorts lies a different world entirely. Local islands where fishermen mend nets at dawn, children play soccer on coral sand, and the call to prayer echoes across turquoise shallows. These aren't secret, they're simply overlooked. The Maldives has nearly 1,200 islands, yet only a fraction are resort islands. The rest are home to real communities, centuries-old traditions, and a quieter kind of beauty. This isn't about avoiding luxury, it's about discovering what exists alongside it. Let's step off the speedboat and see what most travelers never notice. Maafushi is one of the most accessible local islands, just a short ferry ride from the airport. The island wakes slowly. You'll hear roosters before alarms, see women sweeping sandy doorsteps, and smell breakfast cooking through open windows. Guest houses here are simple. Clean rooms, small balconies, shared meals. Some cost as little as $40 or $50 a night. The dress code is modest on public beaches. Bikinis belong on designated bikini beaches nearby. It feels like staying in a village that happens to sit in paradise. Mornings are for walking the narrow streets, greeting neighbors, and watching donis, traditional boats, glide past in the morning light. This is the Maldives at human scale. Fishing isn't just an industry here. It's the heartbeat of island life. Men leave before sunrise in small boats, returning hours later with skipjack tuna and yellowfin. You can watch them unload the catch at the harbor. Silver fish stacked in crates, ice glistening in the sun. Some guest houses arrange fishing trips for visitors. You'll use hand lines, not rods, the traditional way. It's quiet work, just the sound of waves and the tug of the line. If you catch something, the crew might grill it right on the boat. The taste of fresh tuna, smoky and tender, eaten with your fingers while the sun climbs higher. This is a memory that stays. And it connects you to a rhythm that's been here for generations. The beaches on local islands feel different. There are no attendants arranging loungers, no cocktail service, just coral sand, coarse and white, and water so clear you can see parrotfish nibbling at rocks 10 feet down. Some beaches are public, where families gather in the afternoon. Others are quieter, tucked behind guest houses. You'll notice plastic waste sometimes. It's a real issue on small islands with limited disposal systems. Many locals organize beach cleanups, and you can join if you ask. The beauty is real, but so is the fragility. Walking these shores reminds you that paradise isn't automatic. It's maintained by people who live here, who care deeply, and who welcome visitors who do the same. The Maldives is a Muslim nation, and this shapes daily life in beautiful ways. 5 times a day, the call to prayer drifts across the islands. Mosques are elegant and simple, often painted in soft blues and whites. Visitors are welcome to admire them from outside, though entering during prayer times isn't appropriate unless invited. Friday is the holy day, and shops may close in the afternoon. Alcohol isn't available on local islands, only on resort islands. This isn't restrictive, it's simply the culture. Respect is easy. Dress modestly in villages, greet people warmly, and understand that tourism and tradition coexist here with intention. The rhythm of faith is woven into everything, and it adds a layer of calm you might not expect. The underwater world is why many come to the Maldives, and it doesn't require a resort. Local islands offer snorkeling and diving trips to nearby reefs, often at a fraction of resort prices. House reefs are within swimming distance from shore. You slip into the water, and suddenly you're surrounded. Parrotfish, butterfly fish, rays gliding past, sea turtles rising for air. The coral is recovering in many areas after past bleaching events. It's hopeful and heartbreaking at once. Some dive shops are run by locals who grew up swimming these reefs. They know where the turtles rest, where the currents are gentle, and how to move without disturbing the ecosystem. This isn't just a tour, it's an invitation into their world. Meals on local islands are communal and simple. Breakfast might be roshi, flatbread, with tuna curry and sweet tea. Lunch is often grilled fish, rice, and coconut sambal. Dinner brings variations of the same, sometimes with tropical fruit. The flavors are mild, comforting, focused on freshness. You'll eat with other travelers and sometimes with the family running the guest house. Conversations drift from travel stories to island life, recipes to reef conservation. There's no rush. Meals are shared slowly, and laughter is frequent. If you have dietary needs, mention them early. Islanders are accommodating, though options can be limited. This kind of eating isn't about variety. It's about connection, simplicity, and the quiet pleasure of a meal made with care. Getting between local islands is an adventure itself. Public ferries run on schedules that bend with weather and tides. You'll sit on open-air decks with locals, students heading to school, workers commuting, families visiting relatives. The crossing can be smooth or choppy, depending on the day. Speedboats are faster but more expensive. Either way, the journey offers views you won't get from a seaplane. Uninhabited islands, sandbars appearing at low tide, fishing boats passing close. Bring sunscreen and a hat. Bring patience, too. Island time is real here. Ferries may leave late, or early, or not at all if the sea is rough. But that uncertainty is part of the experience. You learn to move with the rhythm of the ocean. Sunsets here don't need enhancement. They happen every evening, quietly, almost apologetically. The sky shifts through shades of peach, lavender, and soft gold. Fishermen finish their work. Children chase each other along the shore. Couples sit on benches facing west. There's no performance, no music, no carefully curated moment. Just the day ending, the light changing, and the sea holding it all. You might watch from a guest house rooftop, or from the edge of a pier, or while walking barefoot on the beach. It doesn't matter where. What matters is that you're present, unrushed, and noticing. This is the Maldives at its most honest. Beautiful not because it's trying, but because it simply is. Souvenirs on local islands are humble. Hand-woven palm fans, carved wooden fish, packets of dried tuna, small bottles of coconut oil. They're sold from tiny shops, often run by women from their homes. There's no pressure to buy, no haggling, no crowds. You might chat with the shopkeeper, learn how something is made, and leave with a small token that actually means something. Some islands have small galleries featuring local artists, paintings of reef scenes, driftwood sculptures. The prices are fair, and the money stays on the island. This kind of exchange feels different. It's quieter, more personal, and rooted in the reality of people supporting their families. And that makes the object you carry home feel like more than just a thing. Weather in the Maldives is unpredictable, especially during monsoon season from May to October. Rain arrives suddenly, heavy, warm, and brief. The sea turns choppy, ferries are canceled, and everyone retreats indoors. But there's a strange beauty in it. The sky darkens, the palm trees bend, and the island slows even further. You'll read a book, sip tea, talk with other travelers. Some locals say the rain brings the best sleep. Once it clears, the colors are brighter, the ocean more vivid, the sand more white. You realize that part of being here is accepting you're not in control. The Maldives will do what it does. Your job is to soften, adapt, and trust that the sun will return. And it always does. Kids here grow up in the water. They swim before they walk, it seems. You'll see them diving off piers, racing each other to small sandbars, laughing in languages you might not understand, but in a joy that needs no translation. They're curious about visitors, sometimes shy, sometimes bold. A simple wave or smile goes a long way. Playing soccer on the beach with local kids is one of those unplanned moments that becomes a highlight. There's no agenda, no transaction, just movement, laughter, and the shared language of play. These encounters remind you that travel isn't just about seeing places. It's about meeting people, especially the youngest ones, who remind you what it feels like to be unburdened and free. Light pollution is rare on local islands. When night falls, the stars reveal themselves, thousands of them, scattered across the darkness like someone spilled sugar on velvet. You can lie on the beach or sit on a rooftop and just look up. Constellations you've never noticed in cities suddenly become clear. The Milky Way stretches overhead if conditions are right. It's humbling and quieting. Some guest houses offer stargazing nights, with simple telescopes and stories about navigation by stars, a skill Maldivian sailors once depended on. There's no schedule for this, no best time. Just choose a clear night, let your eyes adjust, and give yourself permission to be small beneath something vast. It's the kind of beauty that asks nothing of you except attention. When you leave the Maldives, the postcard images stay. But what lingers deeper are the smaller things. The taste of sweet tea on a rooftop, the sound of waves against a wooden donny, the warmth of a handshake from a guest house owner who learned your name, the way the children waved goodbye, the rhythm of island time, which felt frustrating at first, then freeing. You don't need a resort to experience the Maldives. You just need openness, curiosity, and a willingness to step into a pace that isn't yours to control. The beauty here is real, both the kind that photographs well and the kind that doesn't. And somehow, it's the second kind that stays with you longest, quiet and steady, like the tide. The Maldives isn't just one thing. It's luxury villas and fishing villages. It's postcards and prayer calls. It's breathtaking beauty and real environmental challenges. It's a place where tourism and tradition are learning to coexist, sometimes gracefully, sometimes awkwardly. What you find here depends on what you're willing to see. If you stay only in resorts, you'll have a perfect vacation. But if you venture beyond, even just for a day or two, you'll meet the people who call these islands home. You'll see how fragile and resilient this place is. And you'll leave understanding that the Maldives isn't just a destination. It's a living, breathing, evolving place, held together by ocean, faith, and the quiet determination of those who belong here. If this journey felt calming, you might enjoy exploring more stories like this in our Calm Travel Guides playlist, places seen slowly, honestly, and with care. Or dive into our Cultural Calm series, where we explore how tradition and beauty intersect around the world. Each video is crafted to offer not just information, but a moment of peace in your day. The Maldives is just one chapter. There are so many quiet places waiting to be noticed. Thank you for watching and for slowing down with us. Until the next journey, take care.